So I'll see a big buck make a 4 mile shift in his range, But once it comes down the hunting season, that sucker packs up shop and he goes up way back into some remote spot in the mountains where nobody bothers him. And I see that a lot around here, and then they just sit up there. And some years, it's like the one year this year, the big buck I was hunting in Pennsylvania, which I missed, that deer lived in a little section of a clear cut. He only used a small portion of it, and he just sat there and he lived in that cut. And I hunted that buck in early season, and I had that buck on camera. I had cameras surrounding this cut because I knew he was in the area. I was trying to figure out how he's coming in and out of this cut. He never came out. I had that deer in 3 months. I mean, this is in August. Come out of that cut maybe 4 times on the trails that I had cameras on. He would literally show up on a camera on the outside of that cut at 3:00 in the morning. Just like pop out, and then he'd go right back in. But that deer literally was living in a little corner of this cut and just living off of what was growing in that cut up until Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And then he shifted out for the rut because I think the pressure got picked up pretty good in the area. But I mean, outside that cut, there's probably a dozen other people hunting in the area, and had you not been right on top of that deer in the corner of that cut, you'd never know he was there.
Yeah.
But that buck is like probably 7.5, probably 8.5 years old. He's a older deer. And I mean, he's big. He's 230s dressed.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. Beautiful buck. I mean, he's got soda cans for mass. Big 11-pointer. He's got kickers and stickers all over him. Crazy looking deer. But
dang, man.
But I got his sheds this year too. Actually, I picked up his sheds, but what he was doing, he was literally living in, there's 2 cuts in the area, and he would just transition between those 2 cuts. And between those 2 cuts was a big swamp. And he would literally go from that cut into that impenetrable swamp where nobody went. There's not even other deer trails or deer tracks in this thing. Like, it's just him doing it. It's one of those things. And he just goes into this nasty swamp where nothing goes except for the bears. Maybe there's bears in there,
Yeah.